Hello and welcome to Simple Country Place. I have 4 real life easy meal ideas for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, welcome, and enjoy. First thing I'm making is like a teriyaki beef and broccoli dinner. So I have a beef roast steak that I cut into bite-sized pieces. I'm just getting that in the pan to start searing. And to that, for seasonings, at this point I just added salt, pepper, and garlic powder. For the teriyaki sauce, I am adding honey, soy sauce, apple cider vinegar, some water, ground ginger, and garlic powder to a saucepan, and then I'm going to get that on the stove to start coming together, start cooking together. And then I did cut up an onion into, well, not a whole onion, probably about a half of an onion into like dice-sized pieces, and then added that to the sauce as well while it was like simmering and coming together. And I brought the sauce up to a boil and then like down to a simmer once it started boiling, and just let that simmer. I added a cornstarch slurry to thicken it. And then again, just let it continue to simmer and thicken and all the flavors to come together. Excuse the background noise. My nephew has a friend over right now, so it's a little bit, there's some noise in the background, but this is real life here. So I did steam some, not all the way, but like probably halfway. I steamed some broccoli and some carrots that I'd cut up pretty small, and I'm adding obviously those to the beef that's cooked through, and as well as some water, and letting that cook for a little bit. And then I added the sauce when it was nice and thick, and then mixing that around. And to that as well, I am adding cooked ramen noodles, not with like the seasoning, just the noodles themselves. I cooked up some of those in a separate pan or pot, and now I'm adding those in and mixing that all together. And I just served this by itself with topped with some dried chives. And my nephew wasn't home this night, but my brother was over for dinner, and he said it was super good, and my husband enjoyed it as well. And everything came together pretty quickly. I mean, the sauce, letting that thicken, was probably what took the longest, but even so, it was a pretty quick dinner. So on this night, I'm making actually deviled eggs and like a chopped Italian sandwich. I just had a hankering for deviled eggs, and I really like them, and usually I wait till like Thanksgiving, and I'm like, why don't I just make them because I want some? So anyways, that's what I'm starting with. I have some hard-boiled eggs that I took the yolks out of, mashed those together, and then I'm adding like salad dressing, like an off brand of mayo and mustard and salt and pepper. Me and my family always keep it very simple, and it's super delicious. And once the filling has come together, then I'm just putting that filling back into the egg whites, the hard-boiled egg whites, and I did sprinkle a smidge more pepper on the top, and then later on I also sprinkled some paprika, but I made this first, obviously, and then I just put it in the fridge for them to get nice and chilled while I made the chopped Italian sandwich, which I'm sure, I mean, this has like been viral all over, so I'm sure everyone's seen this, and I wanted to kind of try it, and I was, I don't know, in a weird mood, so I was like, I don't know what to make, so I thought I'd try it. So I just layered lettuce, I had some iceberg lettuce, some onion, and then summer sausage is what I used for the meat. That's just something we always have on hand because my husband likes to snack on it. And so I use that for the meat, and then provolone cheese, banana peppers, and then I chopped all that. And then I did cut up a tomato and added it to, which you'll see, added it to like the chopped bits, but I didn't chop the tomato with it because I feel like it would just get like kind of pulverized. So that's how I did it. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's how I did it. For the dressing, I'm adding some more of that, or adding some of that off-brand mayo salad dressing, and then some Italian dressing, just like a couple tablespoons, and mixing that all together with all the chopped up bits. once that was all mixed, I put it into a deli roll and then just serve that with some side of some of those deviled eggs. And yeah, I mean, my nephew wasn't home. He's usually not home on the weekends. And my husband really liked this and liked the deviled eggs, and I liked the deviled eggs, so it was a win and super quick and easy. On this night, I'm making air fried chicken legs, and so I'm starting off with making a rub for the chicken legs. I'm putting brown sugar, paprika, ground mustard, a little bit of cayenne pepper, onion and garlic powder, and salt and pepper, and mixing that together first for like the rub for the legs. And you can actually, if I would have been prepared, I would have marinated these a little bit, but I didn't really have time. I mean, I marinated them for like maybe an hour, but you can like put the rub on and then let them marinate or soak up the seasonings, flavorings for longer than that, and I'm sure it would be even better, but I worked within the time constraints that I had. So I do have some olive oil on those 2 chicken legs there, and I'm just rubbing that in, making sure everything's all coated. And then obviously putting the rub on them and then rubbing the rub in, making sure everything's all coated again. Then I pop those into the air fryer and cook them for probably about 20 minutes, and I did flip them like about halfway through. So to go with that, I made cheesy garlic mashed potatoes, and so I have some potatoes that I boiled up with some butter, or I have them drained with butter, and then I added pepper, parsley, garlic powder, and then sour cream and some shredded cheese. And just mix that all together. And I just served the mashed potatoes and the chicken legs with some snap peas, some cooked snap peas. And yeah, this was super good and pretty low effort. My husband and my nephew both very much enjoyed that. So on this day, I'm making like a taco salad / burrito bowl, whatever you want to call it. And I just have some ground beef there that I'd browned up, and I'm adding cumin, taco seasoning, and water, and letting that come together like you would for taco meat. This is by far like super easy. I was home late this night and my husband was starving. My nephew wasn't home, but he was like, will you make me something quick? And so I wanted something super quick. And I always think like tacos themselves are pretty fast. For like the taco salad aspect, I just film myself like constructing it / like burrito bowl type situation on a plate. I don't know. But I just have taco meat, some black beans that I drained and rinsed and heated up, and then some chopped up lettuce, tomatoes, and onion, and some cheese. Of course, you need cheese. And honestly, after all that's constructed, just sprinkled or poured some taco sauce on the top and then served it with some tortilla chips. And super delicious. What's not to love about like a taco salad? I had the same thing, only vegetarian version. Thank you so much for watching. Please come back for future videos.